Hi, I want to go over today the buy proposal and explain exactly what I am looking for and explain how the letter example that I gave you goes through making those points and laying it out the way I'd like. The first thing we start off for in this first sentence is just kind of a general statement, but to start bringing into the proposal and to the person that's reading this the idea that something's going on with their customers or their business. The second sentence emphasizes that a little bit more, and this is again kind of general statement, but it also is making a big point about your business or your customer. So then the third statement and fourth statement really make the big point that what our business has to do is do the banking fast, but also make the person feel part of the bank, make them feel community, make them feel at home there. So here, the next statement then, that this bank has to do that. Then it points out that right now the bank has a problem, that they are missing out a chance to do either one of them because this person who's writing the letter works for the bank and has been using the current system and the previous system. So he starts out now pointing out that he can offer an insight into what the bank needs that maybe nobody else can, and go through some of this explanation. So then he goes in to simplify the work. Back in 2009, they came up with some new software. At that time, everything could be done in one program. That improved the customer experience right away. This is really building the banker or the current business people, kind of complimenting them for what they did in the past. They made a good decision. But then, he says, unfortunately, since then, things have changed. Because they've expanded and there's opening and closing and regular maintenance nets and account transactions, the demand on the server for every computer is making it run slowly. So now what we have is, before we had a system that ran fast, now it's running slow. Now, instead of customers complimenting us, they're complaining. They're complaining about how long it takes to complete the transactions. Then we go into any improvement in the customer experience due to streamlining to the system was undone by how slowly the system operates. So far, what we've tried to do has not helped. If anything, it's made it worse. Another one problem is that the current system doesn't allow us to profile. We don't allow the customer data to be stored so that we can keep track of everything. So if you go in one day and talk to a banker and another day encounter a different one, then the people don't have any information about your previous transaction. And even if you talk to the same banker, do they remember everything? No. If we had a better computer system, it could remember this for us. And then he comes in really personal and makes you think you guys don't have any idea about what you're doing or who I am. Not building good customer satisfaction. Not saying the customer, I'm going to lock him in. I'm going to make him part of my family. It's not happening. So this is not what we want. So RBS, he points out, does have a section for notes, but it doesn't really do the job. The current system could do some of that if we did it, but still not very, very well. And so he's going through pointing out the problems with this, So, and why this would not be a good solution. If the company plans to grow, now we're stating, what are your plans? Do you want to grow? If you do, the increase in computers slowing the current system will only get worse. So, if you're going to grow, this is going to be a bigger problem all the time. So instead, what we options to be made so the bank can once again give excellent service, but not hurried. There are now we go into, there are currently a number of new banking programs available. 2 of these programs look like they would really improve the computer operations. Then he comes in with a big thing. I would like permission to analyze these programs with the criteria attached to determine which program to buy. This sentence I modified, and actually the criteria will not be attached to this one. It will be in our Excel project, a part of this project. So this sentence actually doesn't fit in here right now. When I complete the analysis, I would like to give a presentation to you and the other board members to show what program will give us the best competitive advantage and show the most profits. Key point, we're trying to close the sale. So that's how we go about the entire system. I'm looking at you doing this for some kind of company, I don't care which one. And it's not going to be identical to this. You're not going to tie in all the comments. You may not work for them. You may talk about previous experience. You may be creative. You can invent the company. You can invent your background. You can invent the company you work with. As long as it sounds good, that's all I'm looking for. And it's based on fact. I mean, if everything were correct, would it be good if you really were working for that company, if you really did have that job, if this particular business really did have these problems? Okay, thank you very much, and hopefully this goes over well and explain the project a little better to you.